Lionhouse is an established accounting firm specialising in supporting small and medium businesses. There's a lot of personal trainers out there without that intimate knowledge of what they can deduct in terms of business expenses. I was lucky enough to spend approximately 3 to 4 years as a personal trainer, which has really motivated me to get back into the fitness industry, and it's quite satisfying to create a product that takes me back to my roots. We are not a generic tax accountant where you're paying too much and you're not getting enough. We will add real world value to your business to help it succeed and not to hinder it.
Who is MyFit Career and what do we do? Well, MyFit Career is a boutique recruitment agency that was born as a passion project from industry leaders really wanting to specialise in the health and wellness space. How does MyFit Career help PTs? If you're a trainer and you're a little unsure which gym is right for you, why not let MyFit Career do some of the market research and heavy lifting for you? Our team of experts will guide you through the entire process, and we'll even provide ongoing mentoring and support to give you the best chance of success on any platform. Services are not just limited to assisting personal trainers. If you're a gym owner and you're struggling to find staff, or perhaps you're wanting to provide additional support to your current team of trainers, MyFit Career have a service and solution to suit your needs. So if you're a trainer, why should you choose MyFit Career? Well, not only will we ensure we find you the right opportunity, also provide you with the proven systems and formulas for success moving forward. We'll also give you the peace of mind knowing that any contract carries our quality assurance guarantee, meaning no unethical clauses or excessive financial obligations. So why not get in contact with us today to find out how we can help.
Successful people are dedicated and committed towards achieving their goals. They have a genuine belief in what they are doing and where they are going. People don't care how much you know until they first know how much you care.
The fitness industry and being a personal trainer, your job is to provide value to your customer. Don't just do a good job, don't do a great job, try and do an outstanding job.
There's 90% of Australians don't access any sort of health and fitness service, which gives us a massive area for growth to educate people, and get out, find our niche, and then work hard in that niche to become better and better and better at it. I think it's an exciting time for people to be in the personal training industry.
At FIT, we care about your success and we're with you every step of the way. We deliver a learning experience that will set you up for industry success.
Video going there? Okay. Can we turn that off, please? Huh. All right. Sorry, guys. Bit all over the place here for the opening, hey? Don't save, there we go, new whiteboard. So, sorry everybody, well I shouldn't apologise to open with. Great to see everybody here. My name's Warwick from MyFit Career. MyFit Career, you might not have heard of us we haven't been around all that long, but we see a real need in the industry to be able to support the professional development of personal trainers. I think everybody agrees that there's a bit of a discrepancy. There's some personal trainers seem to be doing really well and making a real lot of money and be sort of really prove their business model through COVID, for example, and there's others that have really struggled. And so what we're about is contributing to the industry for the sustainability of the industry and to make sure that we support and invest in the success of personal trainers, and that's what MyFit Career is about. So the reason this is free is because we're paid by, or MyFit Career is paid as, the video is a bit choppy, but we're paid by gyms and other health and fitness and lifestyle employers to recruit for them and to search for the best talent. But our service goes beyond that when we're working with gyms, is to support and mentor PTs so that they're retained and they stay successful. All right. Everybody knows, a PT coming and a PT going out of the gym just, messes with the model. It reduces or impacts on the retention of clientele and members. So the industry is coming together to approach that problem in a different way, and that's invest in the professional development of personal trainers. So congratulations to everybody that's chosen to attend. I know we invited most people that have joined. We've invited personally, as well as our marketing campaign. There's no one here is trying to sell you anything. We've got a couple of industry sponsors, which we really appreciate. Fitness Industry Training. This is all their equipment. Everyone that's here in the room can see that there's a lot of money worth of equipment here and a pretty big setup. Or everybody that's on Zoom, everybody live, all simulcast at the same time. I just want to know, it'd be really cool for everybody here to see everybody that's on Zoom, rather than, because it's just everybody's names, but it would be really cool to have you part of our program here. Someone's on the beach in Maui, so that's cool. MJ. And we've got a couple of good still shots there, but it'll be really awesome to have you on and be a part of the experience. So our industry sponsors is Lionhouse Accounting, and who have a personal training package for personal trainers. So they'd like to support the industry as well, and then also Fitness Industry Training, which is helps people get their Cert 3 and Cert 4 to be able to become a personal trainer. So that's it. There's no catches here. We're really excited to start to present a series of events for professional development. So hopefully what you experience today, and we'll get a little bit smoother. Hopefully we won't have that little rough opening that we had. But what the technology is that goes into this is pretty complex. But what we really want is for you guys to get a lot out of this and to help your business, and then we can move together on a journey over the next 12 months, the last Friday in every month. So if you can put that in your calendar, you think about that, the last Friday of every month. I'm going to grab on your seats for those present, and if you're not here, there's this little flyer that will be sent to you. So as of 11:30, 6 minutes ago, Eastern Standard Time, we have gone live for registrations for our next seminar. So the next professional development seminar is going to be two speakers, both Chris Nelson and Brandon Greco. And you'll learn a little bit more about Brandon shortly, and I'll introduce Chris in a moment. Each month there'll be a mix between business skills development and some other specialty skills development as far as the actual skill of personal training goes, or the actual the subject matter of personal training. So this is what this is about. So you can actually scan that QR code or go in on your link and be able to run that to book in right now. There's also a competition which Chris will announce. Will not announce, go into a little bit more detail on how to enter that competition at the end. The competition is really just designed to get the word out to as many personal trainers to get involved as possible. That's really what it is. It's just a tag and share promo, and for that you're going to be able to have Chris's mentoring, personal one-on-one mentoring for your business PT for a month. All right, which is a pretty big deal. So we really appreciate Chris's time and effort into doing that. So that's what that's all about. That's all I've really got to say. I really want to thank again our sponsors, Fitness Industry Training. Really appreciate Anytime Fitness, Cinnamon Park for allowing us this space. And I really wanted to thank Chris for coming and speaking with us and sharing your wisdom. But you will. And we did a pilot last month of this program, and we got such good feedback that we've got to continue to do this. So, gym owners, club owners, personal trainers are out there doing it on their own. All gave us positive feedback. They want to get more of this. No catch, professional development. So, congratulations for everyone for, I guess, taking a step where you're investing in yourselves and your own time. You spend your whole week, your whole month trying to help everybody else achieve their goals. So this is us helping you achieve your goals in your business. So without any further ado, I'll bring in Chris.
Gee. Hey, good morning everyone. How's everyone travelling? Everyone had a good Friday? Hi to all my Zoomers. Who was on the beach? It looks amazing, by the way. Doesn't look like no Sunny Coast beach though. But yeah, I just want to say thanks to Rich from My Fit Career, Warwick and the whole team at Fit, just for organising yet another seminar. And thanks for the guys that made the effort to come down personally and all the guys that are tuning in on Zoom. I know that as trainers, Friday could be our switch off day, but it also can be our catch up day. So thanks for taking the time a day to come down. And Damo's not here, but thanks to Cinnamon Park for letting me host this event. As Warwick said, it's going to be a pretty cool competition. So make sure you're watching at the end, because that way you get the info on how to win that. And mentoring people is probably one of my biggest passions alongside training clients. So if you can get the lucky chance to have 30 days working together, you'll be amazed to see what you can do. So this is going to be the first seminar of a number of, a series of seminars. But one thing I want to sort of drill in is personal training is such a seasonal job. And it's the foundations that help us counter those waves. And I just want to try and make sure that today's interactive. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that the guys on Zoom, the guys on Facebook and you guys in person can give me some feedback, and I want to sort of adapt the seminar today to the answers that you give me. So the more input you can put in, the more you're going to get out of today's seminar. And don't be afraid to go against my word, so to speak, because what I'm trying to do today is just give you my point of view and tips and tricks that have worked for me over the years that I've been in the industry. So what I want to cover in today's seminar is my top 6 tips to keeping your clients compliant. And all the guys that are in person probably want to keep your phones out as well, because there will be polls. And the guys that are on Zoom, we're going to be doing questions as well. So if you've got a second web browser open, we'll pop the link up how to get into those questions in a second. So once everyone's written that down. How you doing?
Hi, good, sorry.
That's all right, don't apologise. I like your shoes, they're nice and bright. Front row. Can I get some sunnies up here for a second? So if I can get that question slide put up for me, please, that would be absolutely amazing. Can I get the question up? It'd be pretty cool. And the guys in club, you're about to see this straight away, but the guys on Zoom, I'm just going to explain how to go through it for you. That way you can register and get all set. In one moment, please. But while that question goes up, what I want to do is I'll just quickly introduce myself. I can go through this part. This is easy, I don't need to write this one down. But if you guys don't know who I am, my name's Chris Nelson, and I've been in the industry since 2007. I've helped hundreds of people in person help their health and life and fitness goals, but most recently I've been able to work with a company called the Anytime Fitness Health Hub, and we've helped over 150,000 people through COVID stay on track with their health and fitness goals. And that's an online platform. And I've worked with companies such as Tough Mudder Australia, Spartan Race Australia, charity organisation called Are You OK, and Eon Broadcasting, and that's just to name a few. But to top it all off, in the 2019-20 calendar season, I was named one of Anytime Fitness Australia's top PTs. Currently, I'm a fitness specialist for the upcoming Bridge to Brisbane race. Any locals? Any Brisbane locals here? Yeah, anyone going to do the Bridge to Brisbane? Yeah, nice. So I might be able to work with you. I'm the head trainer now for the Anytime Fitness Health Hub platform, which entails designing 4 weekly downloadable programs for everyone who's subscribed to it, running 3 live sessions. Don't you love when your iPad flips over on you? Running 3 live sessions, today's 150,000 subscribers, and being those people's personal trainer as well. So it's a big ask, but it's a really, really rewarding ask as well. And I work alongside Fit, most recently become one of their pro specialist teams. So you guys are very fortunate to be here today because of those guys, and I'm very fortunate to be part of their pro team. But also, not to forget that I'm doing that all by balancing my own PT clients, my relationship with my gorgeous girlfriend, spending time with friends and family, Keeping my own health a priority and all my fitness goals in check, but most importantly is taking downtime each week. Who's taken downtime? Those guys on Zoom as well in the last week, just for themselves. Had some downtime? No downtime? You're going to hear from me a lot today that that's probably the number one key thing. A lot of people rely on us, so we need to be able to rely on ourselves first. So it sounds a little bit emotional, a bit deep early. I'm really good at doing that, but you've got to take time for yourself. So you may ask how I stay on top of all that, and to be honest, there's no single answer, but my goal throughout the next series of masterclasses is to give you guys the tools just to be able to do that. And you guys are going to be able to gauge that in your own capacity. That might seem like a lot to you, it might not seem like that much, but to me, that's a perfect balance. So going back to this first question, what I want to do is I want you guys to all log in. You're going to do that through joinmyquiz.com if you haven't already done so. Jump on now, and you're going to enter the game code, which is 465441. So I want everyone to jump in now for me because there's going to be a number of questions throughout today's seminar, and I just need you to get that back to me. A little bit of feedback as well, and I can actually see everyone who's in. So once you're in and registered, I can see you all here. I'm just going to give you a couple of minutes to get access onto that quiz, and then I can actually start that and ask you your first question.
So Chris, just an update.
Yep.
Just had a little bit of trouble with the swapping internet for the Zoom viewers.
Yeah.
They're just receiving a little bit not great sound quality at the moment.
Okay.
Just give them a couple of extra seconds, the Zoom viewers, Chris, that'd be great.
Perfect, done. Well, the guys in club, why you can multitask with trainers, let me know, whereabouts are you from? I'll start with you at the front. Whereabouts?
From
You can say your name first, yeah, name first.
I'm Sky.
Yeah.
I live in Regent's Park, so I'm from Australia.
Yeah, which gym are you at now? Are you personal trainer?
No.
No? Just coming along?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Starting up.
Yeah, nice. What about you?
My name's Sonia. I'm from LifeFit in Cleveland.
Oh, nice. Yeah, nice. With the bright shoes, I remember that. Yeah, straight at the back there.
Hi, my name's Ivan.
Hey, Ivan.
Studying surfing and forward fitness.
Oh, awesome. Yeah. Next.
I'm Lily. I'm a week away from graduating at Fit College, Cert 3 and 4. I live in Bribie Island, but I train at Anytime Fitness or Wayne Griffin.
Yeah, nice.
Doing work experience there.
Yeah.
Drove an hour and a bit to get here, but it's going to be worth it.
Yeah, 100%. Good answer. Teacher's pet right there. Okay. Next.
Hi, I'm Renee. I PT at Anytime Fitness Flag Zone.
Oh, nice.
Just come along to get some more info about how to progress and make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm going to probably be a bit biased to all the Anytime trainers, just so you know. Sorry guys. Yeah, next.
I'm Marcus, guys, and John from Anytime Fitness at Kalinga.
Nice.
Hey guys, I'm Levi. Yeah, happy to be here. I'm from Kawana Anytime Fitness, the same as Chris. Awesome club up there, awesome community we have. So yeah, coming along to learn and yeah, just be here and embrace it all. Yeah.
Good vibes. Yeah.
G'day guys, I'm Michael. I own a couple of studios on the north side of Brisbane. One at Aspley and then one at Lutwich, and I've just recently also signed up with Fit to give a few masterclasses myself.
Yeah, they're going to be good. I'm excited. How you doing?
Hi.
I forgot your name. Jasmine. How you doing?
I'm from Zuna Anytime Fitness,
Yeah.
and I am personal training.
Yeah, cool. Nice. Hey, bro.
I'm Matthew Burton, powerlifting coach. I coach at Iron Hour Fitness.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
And I'm just always willing to learn more. Just finished a mentorship with Jamie Smith in Melbourne, and I'm working with Compound Performance at the moment, so in America. So
Yeah, nice.
always willing to learn more stuff about business.
100%. Yeah, we can all learn from each other, hey? Yeah. Hey, man.
My name's Kyle. Currently looking for work, but at the moment studying exercise physiology.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, nice. And you want to get straight into EP, or do you want to just get into a gym?
It's still another year or so before I graduate, so it's got some time to probably want to be an exercise physiologist.
Yeah, 100%.
Got a bit of time in the meantime.
Yeah.
Suss out some other work.
Yeah, awesome, man. How you doing?
Good, I'm Abby. I work here, but I'm PTing out of Waterford.
Oh, cool. Nice. How you doing?
Laura. I PT out of Boyd Health Club
Oh, nice. Yeah. Hey, bro.
Hey guys, my name's Chris.
Good name.
Jets team out at Kalinga.
Yeah.
Northside Brizzy.
Nice.
I haven't been in the game for too long, just over 4 weeks.
Yeah.
Graduated early this year. Just trying to further the business side of training, not the physical side. So.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, awesome, man.
I'm Michael. I'm out at Anytime Fitness at Flagstone as well.
Yeah.
Since it opened in October, so
Yeah.
learn some more.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. So I think we should be all on the quiz now. So I think that's everyone here. So we'll answer the first question. So basically with that first question, it was like, do you struggle to keep your clients compliant? And I think today's topic is pretty much 95% of our job is to try and keep our clients compliant. We can give them all the tools in the world to be successful, but it's up to us to keep them checking that in each and every single day and making sure that they're working towards their health and fitness goals, because unfortunately, whether they achieve their goals or not, they're gonna put it on us, all right? So we need to make sure that we're there, both emotionally and via the tools that we're giving them to. So there we go. 13, 12, it's pretty good. I can't remember which one was which, yes or no. Oh, they're on the bottom, there we go, yes. Oh, good, so 50-50, I like that, that's perfect. All right, well, hopefully the guys that ticked no will be able to get something out today, and the guys that ticked yes will be able to continue to keep that as a trend. So can I quick show of hands, both on Zoom? I know you can put your hands up in Zoom, but the guys in person, who's ready for tip number 1? Hands up, I'm ready. So rather than asking all the questions at the end of each tip, what we're going to do is we're going to ask the questions at the end of each tip. All right, guys, because that way you guys can remember them. I can answer them right on the point. Same with you guys on Zoom, same with you guys on Facebook and YouTube as well. So you can probably progress to question number 2 once everyone's done, but we can't go there yet, so I'll ask it at the end. But how often do you guys conduct your client check-ins, and what does a typical client check-in have in it? I want to go around the room and just ask a few little key points and ask what you might do when you do your client check-ins. So what's a couple of things that you do when you do a check-in with your clients?
You want to touch base on like the 3 major things, so your training, nutrition, and sleep.
Yep.
The 3 that I focus on most.
Yep, touch on 3 points, training, nutrition and sleep. Anything else? Just in a client check-in. So we're talking about how to keep people compliant. So don't think about the first initial consultation. Think about once these guys are your clients and you're checking in with them. What are you checking? Yeah, bro?
So I do a check-in. Most of my clients are online.
Yep.
I do some in-person stuff, but most people have check-in on a Thursday or a Friday, and I have markers that track, so sleep, water, nutrition, recovery levels, energy levels, your steps, all that type of stuff.
Yeah, awesome.
They do it each day on top of their program, and then I program week to week. I don't give lock in as a cycle because I like to work from the bottom up into a competition or something like that. So if something's working over a mesocycle, we continue to do that further and further until fatigue increases.
100%. It's very relevant to what you do as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
Obviously. And so like I track those markers. I check in with them once a week to see how they, or once or twice, whether they message me. I'm contactable all the time. So I normally check everyone a message before check-in day to see everything's going good for the week. Then we have a check-in. They report their videos into a Facebook group, or report on their videos with a Loom call talking over the top of the video, and then giving them program feedback. We have a bit of a conversation, and then that's the check-in for the week.
That's awesome. Oh, there you go. Take notes, guys. That was perfect. And especially if you are an online trainer as well, because check-ins are really, really critical, and they need to be scheduled. They need to be the same each and every single week, or 4 weeks, or 8 weeks, depending on when you're doing them. And if I think, has everyone finished on that question? It should say done, shouldn't it? Because that's the next question. I want to know when you are quickly doing your check-ins. It's all right. We'll skip them out. There we go. So if you're on the question time, go on to the next one. Your second question should be, how often are you conducting your client check-ins? Now, I've gone 2 options, and I went 4 weeks and 8 weeks. If you were doing that model, I want you to select what you're doing currently, 4 or 8 weeks. If you are doing weekly, I would definitely just select 4 weekly. All right. So what I would definitely do in a client check-in is, we are doing body measurements or a body composition test. Whether you're doing that weekly or 4 weekly or 2 weekly or 8 weekly, that's critical, right, guys? You can tell a lot by a client's body composition test. You know, if they're meant to be following your nutrition plan, and their waist has gone up by 6 centimeters, you probably know they're not following your nutrition plan. All right, you can't lie with measurements. Second thing that I'm doing is I'm doing photos. All right, I'm a massive, massive photo taker. All right, you've got to be taking photos because sometimes measurements aren't a true reflection on what the client might actually want to achieve. They might not care if their biceps don't get any bigger, but if they look amazing and from their eyes, that's your golden ticket. The second thing is, I'll talk about it a little bit later in the later points, but jumping on like an in-body scanner or a fat percentage scanner. I get a lady out, which I'll talk about a little bit later, on a regular basis, and that takes the pressure off me. Pressure off me having to do it. It develops a business-to-business relationship, and the guys that have done some work with me know how important business-to-business relationships are. And then in ties, a skin fold as well. Some trainers, does anyone do skin folds in here? Yeah, perfect. So how critical are they? It's amazing. It just ties your client to you.
I've just learned how to do it. It is kind of invasive, but like I give to some people if they really want to know, it's a great thing to use.
100%. Any tools that we do, but once again, it needs to be regular with your check-ins, guys. All right. If you're not comfortable doing it, then don't do it. If you don't think you're going to do it every single time, then I wouldn't even touch base with it. All right. You have to stay dedicated to it, much like a training plan. And then the last thing, like we just spoke about, is program progressions and regressions. So we're checking their programs. We're making sure that they're staying compliant with that program. If you've given them a sissy squat finisher just to burn out and they're not doing it ever, do you think you're going to leave it in there? Not at all. You're going to find another exercise to put in there so that they do it. So that's what I'm doing in their check-ins. But the cool thing is, by the sounds of the guys that just spoke, we are doing a lot of good things when we are doing our check-ins. Personally, how often should we do it? I'm a 4 weekly, every 4 weeks. Okay, I like writing blocks. Takes the pressure off me as a trainer to be able to deliver the best service that I can, and it gives me a chance to make sure that I'm setting people up for their own journey as well. And especially if you are online, you do have to check in a lot more because you don't get a chance to see them in the gym. All right, so I'm a 4 weekly, but you need to adapt that to what suits you best. And so the number one reason why I start with this is that I can nearly say with confidence that when we sell ourselves to potential clients, who's talking about weekly or monthly check-ins? Checking in, hands up. Yeah, you probably all do, subconsciously, whether it's on your presentation or not. We're subconsciously about check-ins. The fact that we're going to check in with our clients, we're going to adjust things, we're going to adapt to what's happening. If they've got a birthday coming up, we're going to change that. So we need to do that all in our check-ins. So if we're selling that service, we have to follow through with it. And as I said, I can nearly say with confidence, and I was probably one of those guys back in the day, but sometimes Marcus here missed his check-in for 8 weeks. Right? And he didn't get the goals that he wanted because I didn't check in with him at week number 4 when I said I would. So, and when you don't do check-ins with your clients, you personally can't see how they're going. You can't hold them accountable, and then they're not going to hold you accountable as your trainer, as their trainer, because you're not doing what you said you were going to do, and you can't like moderate their goals. You can't check in with them, that kind of stuff. Personally, as I said, I'm a 4-week checker. I block my training blocks in 4-week blocks. And as I said, I hire a lady to come out every 4 weeks to do an in-body scan for me. So does anyone know why I try and get an external company to come in and do an in-body scan for me and try and get all my clients to come together in one go? Yeah, 100%. Said community. So it's like, has anyone done an 8-week challenge before? Yeah? How much of a vibe is it in the gym when everyone's there doing their weigh-ins, everyone's there getting their photos? Hey, what are you doing it for? I know all the guys at Anytime Fitness right now, we're right in the middle of an 8-week challenge. How's the vibe in the gym when that's happening? Right? We've got to develop, as trainers, we've got to develop a safe community for our clients to come in and feel comfortable. If they've got 50 like-minded people doing the same thing, they're going to come in and do their check-in. And let's just say, for example, I'm like talking to Bob and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do my check-in. And Bob's coming along. He's like, just come do it, man. They're dragging him in to do it as well. So I hire them out. And it also highlights the importance of doing the check-in as well. So it keeps them on track.
I do a similar thing, but
yep.
like a photo shoot, just to get everyone in the gym together, and then like I get photos and content for socials and the same thing.
100%. Yep, perfect. And that ties into tip number 6. So we'll go into it, but that's exactly what we're talking about. That's all you want to do. So as I said, you'll find out later on the seminar what number 6 is, and what I think is truly the number 1 secret to keeping your clients compliant. It's number 1, it has to be done. So before I go on, does anyone, Zoom or in here, have any questions in regards to just a client check-in? It could be anything. Doesn't really matter. I'll give you a couple of minutes. 4 weekly? Yeah, cool. No one more than 8 weeks, which is good. Every 8 weeks, every 2 weeks, that's good.
Can we ask a question?
Yeah, of course you can. No.
Deanna Jamison would like to know whether we pay for the scans out of our own pocket or does the client pay?
Yeah, good question. So I think that just really, or the question was, do we get our clients to pay for the scans or do we do it out of our own pocket? I think it depends on your business structure. Right? Personally, I make them well aware that it costs $25 for every scan and it's going to be an extra cost to them. But if you want to bring that into your personal training services and say bump up your price by, $5 a week, and then they don't have to make any outgoings, it's completely up to you. You'll know your clients. So just do what's best for you, do what you feel most comfortable. I have it as an added. So yep, extra $25 every 4 weeks to do a scan. It's one outlay. Who drinks coffee in here? Yeah? Yeah. Who's had 3 coffees this week? Yeah, 3? Yeah, you could have had a scan. You know what I mean? So just make it relevant and really drill in the importance that, oh, hey Georgia, camera on and gone. All right, so let's just make sure that you drill in. Yes?
Could you partner with businesses that do body scans and get discounted body scans in the form of clients?
100%. Yeah, you can go B2B, so business to business. So hey, look, if I can guarantee you to have 10 scans every 4 weeks or 20 scans every 4 weeks, well, let's get a little kickback. Or you can even talk to them and say, hey, look, if the scan's $35, you can say, hey, well, how about you give me $10 off the top for me personally, and I'll bring you a guaranteed. So you can just do whatever. Just there's plenty of people with in-body scanners out there. I just think in-body's a really accurate way. It gives you a whole printout, makes it nice. Yeah. Another one. Hey.
And hey, I've got one more online. Just Alexi Tomac says, why wouldn't you check in clients weekly?
Me personally, yep. So it just depends on your business model. I'm an in-club trainer, so I get to see those clients every single week in personal training sessions. So I'm technically checking in with them each and every single session. I'll touch base a little bit later on point number 4, I'm pretty sure it is, talking about like external apps and how I can keep my clients compliant that way. But when you're in a personal training session, if you are a personal trainer, you know that you're checking in with your clients verbally throughout that session. You're looking through their plan when you're with them, and you can bring up any points in that session. The check-in that I'm sort of talking about is an actual sit down and making, rather than say you train with me every Wednesday, on that 4th Wednesday, we're actually not doing a training session, we're sitting down and doing a check-in and going through and setting ourselves up for the next 4 weeks. So that's,
is that a paid personal training session?
Yes, that.
Sit down instead?
Yep, that is a paid personal training session, sit down instead. So we're just switching. But you might, as PTs, you've got to make sure that you're getting those fundamentals. And as I said, in my case, it's measurements, it's photos, it's any program adjustments. If you can make those program adjustments without having to actually sit down over that 4-week period, then you can make them. And all we need to do is quickly jump in the room, have a quick chat, get some measurements, or organise an in-body scan and take the photos. So it's really just relevant to your product.
With the in-body scans, with the measurements, how do you find they line up with the measurements that you actually take? Or do you do both, or do you just scan?
I just take the in-body scan measurements. Yeah. So.
I've been doing, except my clients are going home measuring, going, not
yeah.
the same, but
Yeah. So the measurements on the in-body scan are probably a bit more true, and they're done basically around the belly of the muscle. Yeah. So.
the largest
Yeah, exactly. So the easy way to get around that is to tell your ladies that if you do online shopping, those are the measurements that you take, because that's way more accurate than the measurements around. Yeah, I train about 75% females. Learned that one really quick. Yeah, so just like, hey, look, if you want to do, save so much time for measurements as well. And I think you spoke about it being a bit impersonal, a bit up in your face, doing skin folds. It just eliminates any awkwardness if they don't want you to get down and do their measurement inside their thigh and that kind of stuff. Yeah. Right, now if you do have any more questions on Zoom or anything like that as well, just type them in and we can readdress them at the end. All right. So moving on to tip number 2, and I'm just going to quickly, if I end that question, will that go to the next one? Oh, well, we're not going to end it then. Not yet. Keep you on suspense. So tip number 2 for me is all about education and involving. So educate and involve. So sometimes as trainers we try and take on the major job of changing someone's view on themselves and how they train and what they eat, etc. But just by telling them what to do, but not actually educating them on why we want to show them this way and showing them the science. And quickly, this might be a bit off topic, but in my opinion, you're either a trainer that leads by example or you're a trainer that leads by science. All right? Or you can be a little bit of both, but I'm a trainer that leads a little bit more by example and then educate why I'm doing it that way and then back it up with a little bit of science. All right, so you've got to pick, I think, which one. So a quick raise of hands both here and then the hands in Zoom too. Who drops at least one piece of educational advice to their clients each and every single week? One piece. Yeah, yeah, and that's perfect. You need to drop at least one piece of education because that education is going to back up why you're implementing something with your client. I can't remember, what was your name again, mate? Chris. Oh, that's right. How can I forget your name, man? My bad. What did you share? What did you share this week?
Educational, for me, the clients just don't really have any general, or my clients don't have any general understanding. They're lost. They don't know why they need to be in the gym.
Yeah.
Just everyday movements and functions are becoming more difficult with age.
Yeah.
So for me, it's just the general everyday movements and light strength training.
Yeah, cool.
Is making their everyday today movements and whether it be work or sport just that little bit easier.
Yeah. And
so for me and for them, just training different ways, different actions,
yeah.
whether it be for sport.
Yeah. What platform did you share your information? Did you have like a private chat for your clients? Did you throw it out there?
It's all just one-on-one. It's all one-on-one.
Or one-on-one? Did you?
After the session's done, it's the extra time
yeah.
that
Cool.
I spend with my client.
Awesome.
Sometimes it's up to 45 minutes just chatting
wow.
outside the club. It's
awesome.
It's always different.
How do they respond to that advice?
Love it.
They love it?
Yeah.
Yep.
They love that one-on-one, personal, face-to-face.
Yep.
They're not paying for that time. It's my time to them.
Yep.
And that's how I do it.
Yeah, and they implement it straight away after, don't they? Yep, 100%. And is that like part of a weekly routine for you? Do you sort of pick?
Every week.
Yep. Yeah.
I have a couple of real chatty clients, and that's all right. They just want to have a chat. So
Yeah.
I'm happy to listen.
Yeah, awesome. And that's really, really good. That's a good way to organically keep your clients engaged. Does anyone post anything on social media or on their pages per week? Yeah? Yeah.
Every day.
Oh, more like every day. Awesome. So a bit of education every single day. Yeah. I'll go with you, Marcus. Do you ask your clients for topics that they want to be educated on about?
Yeah, 100%. I've got a couple of guys that have been with me for probably gone on over 6 months now, and they live and breathe my business. And
Yeah.
they're the ones that really trust their opinions, and you can kind of be real with them too. You've got that relationship with them.
Yeah.
So they give me the best kind of topics.
Yeah, 100%. So you should always be asking. Always ask your clients. As I said earlier, we work in a seasonal industry, right? So you've got to be up with the trends. And unfortunately, our trends can be dictated by celebrities and the latest fads. So if you're not on top of it and you don't have like education behind the latest, 6-minute ab burn workout that's going to shred you in 30 days and whatever. If you're not up, gosh, that's it. That was really, really one-sided, wasn't it? But no, but if you're not up educated and you don't have a realistic response back to that, people are going to think that's how it should be. Yeah.
So like if there is a new trend going around by like a certain celebrity saying do this and you'll lose this amount of fat and whatever, you take that and then you kind of like debunk it. You're kind of like, this is actually the information that you need.
Yep.
This is slightly true. This is completely false.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of stuff like that's being put out in the media is scientifically proven. Like they wouldn't put it out unless there was some research behind it. But you've got to make sure that you're over that topic as well. You need to know how to answer that question. Yeah. Otherwise, what's stopping your client from just stopping seeing you every single week and signing up to a $4.95 subscription on App Store? You know what I mean? So when it comes to education, you've got to definitely put out at least one piece of education each week. And if you're not doing it already, I strongly suggest that you do it. All right? It's one of the biggest things that's helped me personally with my clients. I'm not a massive personal trainer that puts education out on my social media platforms. I really try and keep that close to my chest for my clients because that's what they're paying me for. They're paying me a premium service. So if they can get all my education, like my high level education, on my Instagram feed, what's going to stop them from just living on my Instagram feed and not seeing me for services? So definitely suggest you do that because, as I said, it's our jobs as personal trainers to educate our clients. And they've got to follow our methods. So if our education isn't on point or relevant to them, as I said, we'll talk to Brendan later, I'm not a strength coach, so I'm not really watching too much education on strength, but I might watch education on techniques. So that way if someone asks me, I can answer it. And I lost a client today who wants to go to a powerlifting comp to a good friend of mine. But that was perfect because she already made the decision that she was going to go to a powerlifting coach. One sec. But that's well out of my scope. If she had said, hey, Chris, I want you to train me for that powerlifting comp, I was like, do you want to come last? It's out of my scope, right? So I've got no problem passing that person on, all right? Hold that one to the end, all right, of this one. So the faster you can give your clients an understanding on why they're doing it, the faster they're going to stay on track, the more they're going to stay on track, all right? So the second part to this topic is involve, all right? So you need to involve your clients in some of their decision making when it comes to their journey. You definitely have to involve them, all right? Ask them the important questions, and questions that allow them to dictate their training days, how many meals they want per day, how strict they want you to be, and that all comes down to education as well. So if they're not part of their own journey, do you think they're going to follow it 110%? Probably not, all right? If you give them options on how many times a week they want to train, how many meals they can realistically eat, you know, I can eat 7 meals a day quite easily. I can make time for that. We understand why we need to do that in our industry especially. We might not get the chance to sit down and have a 4-course lunch, you know what I mean? Anyone had a 4-course lunch lately? No? But you know what I mean, all right? You've got to give them the chance. Does anybody want to know why we want them involved in this process? Anyone know why?
Hold them accountable.
Yeah. Holds them accountable. Because what it does is it guarantees they get a bigger buy-in to what you're trying to do with them. Right? It makes them feel like they're part of the process, which in turn will hopefully have them following the plan that we probably gave our heart and soul to. But they don't know that yet. So for me personally, it takes me probably 3 or 4 days to write a pretty good program. All right? But they don't know that. They think we can just spit them out really, really quickly. So we've got to get that buy-in back from them by involving them in the process. Otherwise, they're just going to think it's that program they just downloaded from wherever. All right, so we've got to get them in. But what we do when we do try and involve them, we've got to not be afraid to give them realistic and proper advice. So if they're being involved, yeah, Chris, I want to train once a week. I just want to have 1 meal, and then I want to look like Chris Hemsworth next week. What are we going to say to them? Yeah, it's not realistic. It's about that's awesome. It's an awesome goal to have. I really want to look like Chris Hemsworth as well. Let's stretch out the process and let's try these steps. Do you think you can train 2 times a week? Yep, cool. All right, we'll look like Chris Hemsworth in 2 weeks. All right, you've got to stretch it out a little bit. But you've got to start involving your clients 100%. Right? The sooner you can get them to buy in, the more time they're going to stay compliant, and the longer they're going to stay with you because they understand that you're going to adapt their program for their lifestyle, their goals, their input. You're actually listening to them and you're overcoming their objections that way. Do you remember what your question is now?
Oh, I was just going to ask what your niche is, like what you focus on in your business.
Yeah, perfect question. So everyone should have a niche. My niche is overall body transformation. All right, so both inside and out. I make sure that you can have a sustainable lifestyle, still train, have fun, get the goals you want to achieve, but be able to do everything that I listed earlier. So make sure I've got great balance, make sure you're feeling fit and healthy both inside and out. All right. So you should have your niche. Does anyone have any questions on educate and involve? Anyone want to know anything about education?
With involve too, like
yeah.
What I thought you were going to go through with that topic was like involving them as a community as well, so doing things outside of the gym. So like next month, I've done before mountain trip, just go for a bit of a hike.
Yeah. Yeah, no, well you can. That's part of the process as well, is involving them together as one big unit. Right? I was more one-on-one style, but yeah, definitely community events involving them that way and making sure that they're all held accountable together. And that goes back to that 4 weekly or 8 weekly or weekly check-ins as well. But just always developing community. Yeah.
With the education thing, on my website I've got like an online portal part where if you obviously in my online thing you get a password or whatever when you're a member, and then I put education in that every week.
Yeah.
So then they're able to get to like posts or blogs and stuff, and also have a podcast as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and that's keeping him in his own web as well. So that you have that database or that common spot where all your clients are coming back to get that education. It's really excuse me, it's really, really hard to sometimes educate someone on a topic that they've been watching someone else educate them on, because your points might contradict what the other trainer has said. So if you can constantly be asking your clients what they want to know, then you're getting it out there all the time, then they're always going to be coming to you for that advice, right? Because we all probably teach different exercises differently. We probably all teach nutrition advice differently, goal set differently. So you've got to get your clients used to coming back to you every single time. All right. Moving on to tip number 3. And my tip number 3 is all about listening. You have to listen to your clients. Right? It might seem simple. Did all the fellas in the room listen then? Yeah? Yeah? You got to listen. All right? If you don't listen, you're not going to be able to learn. You're not going to learn from your clients. And this is a big one. It's probably one of the biggest ones, especially for trainers that have a lot of them plates. Now, hand on heart, listening for me is something that I've got to pay a lot of attention to. I'm busy. I've got a lot on my plate, so I have to listen in order to engage and involve my clients and make sure that I'm listening to when they want to do their check-ins as well. You know, if you work with me, you'll consistently hear me saying, can you send that through to me in an email? Can you text that through to me? I think I said to Warwick the other day on the phone. I didn't actually say that to you, I don't think.
No, you did, but I didn't send it through.
Yeah, there you go. I'm constantly asking for my clients or anyone who I deal with to remind me of what we just spoke about. Hey, can you please just send that through to me in an email? Or can you just text that through to me? That way I remember to do it. All right? That way I know, and that way there's going to be no confusion. Whether I've 100% understood what they said or not, and I can read it for my own self. And then I can get back to you when I've got time to get back to you or when I schedule time. And so my Anytime Fitness Gym, just some quick stats for you, has over 300 visits per day. It's got close to 1,000 members. It's got 6 staff. And I personally have close to 100 clients, which is a combination of online and face-to-face. It's a lot of people to remember. It's a lot of conversations to remember. It's a lot of questions that get asked. It's a lot of things that might slip under the rug, and then you become that trainer that never gets back to anybody.
I try and put on a private Facebook group.
Yeah.
And then that question can also be answered by other people, and they think they've got the right answer, or I can rebut in there, so everybody joins together.
100%. And sometimes the questions that they're asking get answered exactly what you said. Yep. And all we've got to do is go, yeah, that's exactly right. Boom, done. Right?
How do you find dealing with 100 clients? Because I know I've got a lot of people that have 100 clients, and when they have 100 clients, their value for time goes out the window. They're consistently working.
Yep.
Their clients more turnover because they can't put as much time into their individual clients.
Yeah.
I cap myself at 25.
Yeah, perfect. I've spoken about this in the last couple of seminars. I have a little theory. I can swear, can't I? Just one word. Is that right? Yeah. I call it my shit theory. Right? It's your shit number. What is that? All right. So it's where do you tip? All right. Every trainer has a different number. All right. I've done some work with Marcus in the past, and we figured out Marcus's number is a certain number. And if you get over that number, that's when you lose your time, your service drops, your quality, start forgetting stuff. So for me, 100's been a goal of mine for a while, and right now that's my number. All right. Any more, and I'd be like, oh look, honestly, probably not. All right. So personally, it just all comes down to like time management, not being afraid to say, hey, look, I'll get back to you in a second. But it also comes down to programming. I'm a programming Nazi. All right. Programming Nazi. I live on my app, go after feedback. I ask a lot of my clients, and my clients know that when they train with me, I'm pretty intense, to be honest. I'm a really, really intense trainer. But I tell them that early, and then I go, hey, look, this is how it's going to be. So yeah, I find it fine. I love it. It's fun. But 25, like that's perfect for you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like, I guess because I do week to week as well.
100%. Different business model, right?
Yeah, I do try to do like 5 a day.
Yep. Yeah, that's perfect. For me, that's a lot, right? Yeah. Because that's not my business model. Yeah, so you've got to pick what works best for you. Yeah. So just need to remember, we need to work to our strengths. All right, and remember what our weaknesses are. Don't just push them to the side. All right.
Can I just ask you what app you use?
I just use my own app. It's called Peak to Peak Performance training app. Peak to Peak Performance. Yeah, and I have a host platform. It's called Trainerize. Have you heard Trainerize? Yep. So that's my host, and then I got all the bees knuckles or whatever that saying is, bells and whistles, and bees knuckles. I don't know. Can I trademark that? That's a new one, all right? Someone Google if bees actually have knuckles. But yeah, so you've got to remember what your strengths are. Don't forget your weaknesses and work to them. And so for me, I need a lot of things to be sent to me as I gauge in a lot of different people every single day. And to be honest, stuff does get forgotten, and some stuff does get not addressed. But if I've got it in writing, then I can do that. So what am I exactly listening out for when it comes to my clients? Number one is social events. So do they have a birthday coming up? Is there a wedding? They got a party? Something that I need to take into consideration when I'm planning for their goals and their progression and their programming. So social events is number one. Number two is their past experiences with other trainers. This is a big one. It's a massive one. You got to ask them, or you got to listen out for cues about their past trainers. Is anyone here in the room, even on Zoom as well, sat down with a potential client and all they do is talk about their past trainer? Yeah? 100%, all right? We've got to listen very, very closely to this, all right? Has anyone been to speed dating before? Yeah? Why does no one raise their hand for that one? Huh? Yeah? Well, it's like anything. If you meet someone for the first time and they tell you that they don't like AFL, do you think I'm going to spend the next 40 minutes talking about AFL? Does anyone like AFL? Yeah? There we go. But I'm not going to talk about AFL for the next 40 minutes because I know you hate it, all right? So if their last trainer said they was always late to their sessions, what do you think I'm going to do when I get you as my client?
Everything's set up really good.
Yeah, I'm always early anyway, but I'm going to make a conscious effort that they see me before their session. So if their session starts at 10 a.m. and I'm in the back corner of the gym and I'm a little bit guarded from the front door, if I see them come in at 10 to 10, I'm just going to quickly pop out. Yeah, hey Chris, I'll be with you in about 5 minutes. Just get warmed up. That way they see me and their session in their head started 10 minutes early. And they're like, oh, all right, better get warmed up then. And then they're waiting, they're ready. But if I don't walk over till 10 o'clock, they're probably walking on the treadmill or they're foam rolling. They're like, where is he? And they're having flashbacks, deja vu of their last trainer. And they're like, oh, they're all exactly the same. Because we understand that our service is personal and sometimes our sessions do go over. Right? Sometimes we are running 5 minutes late. Not like doctors who are half an hour late, but sometimes we just got to get that little bit of confirmation that we're there. And they're fine. And they forgot about their past trainer. Did I travel for work? This is a big one. Everyone travels. It's the number one excuse why they can't train with trainers. Or they're planning extended weekends. We're in the middle of 2 long weekends. Right? It's tough for us to tell our clients to come train on Monday. So we need to keep that in mind that over this period, I said to all my clients, let's just drop back your sessions and let's just aim for our minimum goal. So a lot of them say, oh, how many times a week do you want to train when we start? Most of them tick 3 to 5, right? Well, some of them do, my guys do, or 2 to 3. So during those public holidays, I'm like, hey, look, let's just aim, Marcus, we're training two times this week. If you want to train more, awesome, but our goal is 2. So you're always thinking ahead. You're seeing if they travel for work, where do they travel? Is there an Anytime Fitness there? Is there a Snap there? Is there a Jets there? Is there a strength gym that they can pop into? Yes? Oh, sweet. Hey man, I've just got a client coming down. He'll be down next week. Is it possible for him to come in and train at your gym while he's down in Melbourne? Cool, no problem. Sweet. How much is the casuals? Yep, cool, no worries. Hey Levi, I know you're going to Melbourne next week. Make sure you take $200 with you. Week pass, you can go train at the strength gym down in Melbourne. I'll teed it up for you. See you down there. All right? Oh, you didn't train? Man, I teed it up for you. So you're planning ahead. You're listening if they travel. And what time of the day do they want to travel? What time of the day do they want to train? You've got to listen to that. All right? If they say they want to train in the mornings and you've got no availability in the mornings, are you going to sit there and consult with them or sit there and pitch to them? Yeah, or did you nod then? No, I'm joking. Me personally, if I don't have any time, I'm thinking, right, okay, I'm trying to get them onto my online model. All right? Or if they don't tick the boxes when I'm asking questions if they can be compliant online, then I'm trying to think, okay, who can I pass them to? Because at the end of the day, right, we're all together. We want to work them in the personal training web because eventually, if I pass them to Levi, hopefully when they've learned all they can learn with Levi or they want to do a different goal, then they feel comfortable coming back to me. They might train with me for a little bit and I might pass them back to Levi. You know what I mean? Or pass them across to Jasmine. I had to say it so that way I didn't forget. See? Has anyone heard of holiday loading? Quick last one I want to talk about in listening. Anyone heard of holiday loading? Little bit? Little bit?
From your last one, I think.
Yeah, perfect. So holiday loading means if they travel or they're going away for an extended weekend, if they've got a session on a Friday or a Monday and a public holiday, or they want to go away, how do I load up their sessions pre and post? So if they're doing 2 sessions a week with me each week, right, and they're going away and they're going to miss, they're away for a whole week and there's 2 sessions in that week, I'm going to put 1 before and 1 after, so they're going to do 3, 0, 3. So just think about how you can load up. Because as PTs, we all know that our income goes like this. We want to try and keep it like this. A little bit different now, but when I first started in the industry, you couldn't go to the bank and get a loan if you're a PT. They didn't want a bar of you. I'm a personal trainer. They're like, yeah, right, sure you are. Didn't want nothing. But now, we've got that income, we've got direct debits, we can show them our proper income, but if it's going like that, it's so much better than wavies. So you want to be able to pre and post load them. And finally, the last thing you need to listen for is the obstacles that we're going to face as a trainer along the way. So do they have any injuries that we need to be concerned about? Do they have training time restrictions? What's their budgets? Do we need to know any nutritional information about them? You know, what their dietary requirements are. And if you're not listening through this part, guys, then you will be rewriting a lot of things a lot of the time. Right? We're already short on time, so if you don't listen to your clients, everything you've just given them for the next 4 weeks, you're going to have to rewrite it again. They don't eat fish, you put fish in their plan, you have to rewrite it. Now, what do you mean you don't eat fish? Like I told you that 17 times. So I don't like fish or whatever. Like, fish is a really common example, by the way. So you just got to be smart, all right? And what you can do is you can have some stuff pre-written. If you know 9 out of the clients are traveling and they just like doing bodyweight stuff while they're away, you can write a bodyweight program for while they're away and you can give that to a lot of your clients. So just think smarter and make sure you listen. And if every second client's telling you that they don't want to train on a Wednesday, then you need to start listening to that. You're not going to plan like a seminar on a Wednesday. You're not going to plan a group class on a Wednesday. You just got to always keep your ears open for them. Is there any questions on that before I move on? No? That's good. All right. Can I go next question? I like that. I like that. All right. Third question, team. Has anyone ever sent any surveys out to your clients? Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. Yeah, perfect. That's what we want. So that's my point number 4 is feedback. Should always be asking for feedback from your clients. And I use surveys, which I'll tell you which one I use. Here we go. No. Ooh. All right, we found. I knew there was going to be a topic that would be really, really high today. And surveys is that. All right. So while that keeps going, I would recommend that we send a survey out at least every 8 to 12 weeks. And that purely depends on the duration of your programs. So, excuse me, right now we're in the middle of an 8-week challenge. Anytime Fitness-wise, 8-week challenge. Everyone who's involved with me is going to be doing a survey at week number 9. All right, straight at the end of the 8-week challenge. All right, it's got to be sent out. All right, and what this is going to do as trainers, it's going to help us get an idea of what's working results-wise, what they like, what their dislikes are, or anything they would like to know further about our services. Especially when you do an 8-week challenge, or you go a 10-week challenge or a 12-week challenge. Personally, I'm a 12-week challenge baby, but I'll deal with an 8-week challenge. I love them. All right? I love the community behind it. So I send it out. Personally, I use SurveyMonkey. You can write that down. SurveyMonkey, it's free. It's easy. You can put as many questions as you want. I'm sure we can. We could get a survey thing, probably. Yeah, couldn't we, Chris? We could get a survey thing through Fit. Yeah, easy. So I use SurveyMonkey. It's easy to follow. My clients are compliant with it. I send it out. They fill it out for me. They send it back straight away. Give them a cool little thank you when they do the survey, which is just a coffee card. Thanks for filling out. Here's a free coffee from The Good Place, which is just across the road from the gym. Now that's from their end. And how do we see feedback from our own end with our clients? And how often should we be taking feedback on our own services? How often should we be doing that? Anyone know? Anyone think? How often we should be looking? Weekly? Monthly?
What it is, you're trying to improve, I suppose.
Yeah? Of Close. Think shorter. Weekly. Think even shorter than weekly. Yeah, daily, each session. Every single session, every single day. As trainers, we should be getting feedback on our performances as trainers every single day, every single session. All right, question about my app earlier. This is where I go into it, all right? So I have my own PT app. Revolutionised my business around about 5 years ago, maybe 6. Can't really remember, but gone are the days for me personally as PDF programs, Excel sheets programs. I couldn't even tell you the last time I handed a piece of paper to one of my clients. Couldn't even tell you. Everything I do is through my app. Programs, contracts, education, nutritional advice, absolutely everything is through that app. Feedback after each and every single session. Notes from my clients to me, notes from me to my clients. Groups for different people. Guys over 40, girls under 30. The Peach group. Does everyone know what that is? Yeah. The booty group, all right? All different groups, all right? All through my app. Constantly getting feedback. How was your workout today? Have you followed your food today? Have you done your macros? No, didn't look at me. I was talking about macros earlier, didn't see it. But it's all feedback through the app. If you haven't checked it out, you haven't got your own app, I definitely would suggest it. As I said, I use a platform called Trainerize. Has everyone heard of it? Yeah, it's really, really easy. It's cool base level. You can come in really, really base. Not many high costs, yes?
So with Trainerize, I use that too.
Yep.
Do you have your app linked with that? Is that what you're saying?
So I just paid for the premium and got it fully customized. All right, so own icon, they can download it from the App Store. They don't even know what the word Trainerize is.
Right.
So they go to the App Store, they type in peak-to-peak performance, it comes up. All right, so it's a little bit exy, but I started base and just worked up all the way. But yeah, just live on it. I don't even use the word Trainerize anymore. I used to, but now they go, oh, your app. And I highlight that, highlight it. Come train with me, you get access to my personal training app. There's plenty of good ones out there. Yep.
So Trainerize is it something you start with to build your own app? Is that basically what
No, it's just like a server, so much like the quiz. People log into it, they get their own profile, and you just upload all the information you want your clients to have on there. So you can start for a free trial. I think it's like you get 5 seats, and then as you grow as a trainer, you purchase more spots. Yeah, just a cool way to upload programs. You can do your own videos. So for example, if you call an exercise something different, so does everyone know why if you've got a barbell and you go up over your head and you come down behind and press up and over? Does everyone know what that's called? Yeah, but you're going from front to back? Like what shape would that be? It would be like a... Yeah, I call it a rainbow press. All right, I think it's called a Coleman press. All right, but I call it a rainbow press. So I filmed myself doing it and called it a rainbow press and put it in my app. So when I'm like rainbow press, they press it and play it. So if you're not on an app, I would definitely suggest getting on an app. All right, I do know that guys that have like detailed progressions and periodization with their training, sometimes PDF and Excel sheets work really, really well for that. But for me, my app works amazing.
Is it Trainerize or Trainerize?
Trainerize. Rise, yeah. So what I do is I schedule 2 times a week where I go through all my clients' profiles. I check them out. I make sure that they're being compliant, and I give them more detailed feedback. So that's every Wednesday and every Friday for me. So every Wednesday afternoon, I go through every single person's profile, make sure they're following everything I've given them, pretty much, A to Z. Detailed feedback, write it back. That way they know that it's when they train on a Tuesday and they give me good feedback, that thumbs up, they know that's me just tapping it, but they know that I'm probably going to go in on Wednesday and actually critique that bad boy. All right. And as I said, if they're not doing the sissy squat to finish because they don't want to do it, then I'll take it out next program. Or I'll be like, hey, why aren't you doing this? You said to me X, Y, Z. I also request if they've got any questions at the end of their sessions, they message me directly at the end of the program, so that makes it easier for me to find. So they go straight into direct message. Hey Chris, I just did XYZ workout. I noticed that I was feeling a little bit tight on my hamstrings. What can I do for that? And then I get notified, bang, and then I can go and address that straight away. Or I can be like, hey, look, let me get back to you tomorrow. All right. Does anyone have any questions in regards to feedback? Is everyone going to send out surveys now? Yeah, it just basically helps you find out what you're doing right. And also, Sometimes people feel more confident saying, hey Chris, I actually don't like the way you smell, through a survey. Trust me. Like, I've had older ladies go, oh, your cologne gives me a little bit of irritated eyes. So I know on a Thursday, when I got Bev, legit person, I don't wear cologne. All right, just all natty, you know?
Like, does my cologne smell nice?
No, it just goes anything else. Yeah. Oh, I could. That'd be a cool question, wouldn't it? Oh, what do you wear? Yeah, get a sponsorship from Maya. That'd be amazing. So we're just closing in on my last 2 tips and how you keep your clients compliant. Hopefully, is everyone feeling a bit more confident just with those first 3? 4? 4. There's not a bonus one. So can someone just, I always like to ask this, who's taking notes, like proper paper notes? Can you all just flick your books around? I just want to see how many notes, how deep we are. Whoa, we are deep. I rate it. Does anyone comment about my hair? No? Yeah, perfect. P-E-R-F. No, I'm joking. All right. So tip number 5 for me can be flexible, right? Depending on your qualifications, and it may be a great one to seek outside advice. So number 5 for me is don't be afraid to outsource. All right, number 1. Trainers that have been in the industry for a very long time know that you've got to outsource to be successful. We're not a jack of all trades, so you've got to outsource. I think you asked me a question about what my niche is. I know what my niche is. If I get a question outside my niche, what do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to ask another professional that is fully 100% qualified in that area. I'm going to talk to Brendan a little bit later. Man, boss strength coach, someone's going to ask me about competing. What do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to refer him on. That's what he does for a living, right? If someone wants to be able to run really, really fast and for a very long distance, hopefully Brendan's going to pass them back to me. Exactly. So you've got to not be afraid to outsource, all right? And especially, number 1, especially when it comes to nutritional advice, nutritional guidelines. Anyone in here qualified nutritionist? Hand up. Yeah? Almost, all right? No one's a qualified nutritionist, myself included. I have a certificate in nutrition, but I'm not a qualified nutritionist. So if they're asking questions about nutrition, it's out of my scope. I have nutritionists that I pass them to, all right? And I said, I'm going to zone in on nutrition for a second. And as we all know, real results come from a balance of good nutrition and training, all right? One struggles without the other. Has anyone got any clients that will train their heart out but don't follow the nutritional guidelines you give them? How frustrating is that? All right, so they've got to have both, all right? So going back to point number 2, we have to educate and involve our clients a lot when it comes to setting nutritional guidelines. If we don't educate them on this, they're not going to follow it. Now, you have to tell them why they need carbs before they train. You have to tell them that a keto diet is probably not going to be the best for them because of X, Y, Z, not because they're following it. You know, you've got to educate them on that. And whether you're personally setting your clients' nutrition targets or you want to outsource it, it needs to be realistic and relevant to their goals, their schedule, their time, their budget, everything. It needs to be relevant, all right? Next question. I want to know who writes their own clients' meal plans. It'll be coming up. Yes or no? I'm not going to grill anyone. I'm not like, this is just a question. All right? I'm not going to out anyone. Imagine that. There we go. Look, everyone's teacher pets. It's so good. I love it. I love that as a PT. So I outsource all my nutrition stuff. Yeah. Love it. It's a strength, right? It's a strength. You're creating that web. You're creating that trust that you're not just going to be a jack of all trades. All right? And the guys that are writing their own, they probably know how hard it is. It's legitimately a second career, right? Okay?
You're doubling the work that you're supposed to be doing. You're writing people programs and you're writing them build.
100%. And then sometimes you're trying to get that credibility and trying to keep them accountable. You're grilling them about their training plan, and then you're grilling them about the nutrition plan, or you're praising them about both. You sort of lose that, oh, the teacher's here for my nutrition, my teacher's here for my training plans. They're just going, oh, they turn into your mate for both. And then the lines will get crossed. You know what I mean? They give me all this praise because I'm following the training plan, but then you're giving me all this advice on nutrition, and they start getting a bit negative. So you can be like, hey, look, man, to be honest, you need to speak to Natasha, man. I'll come with you. Hey, Tash, can I organise a time? Natasha's my nutritionist. Tash, I need to organise a time for you to come down, sit down with Chris, just having a little bit of time getting his head around, you've put him on, I don't know, a macro breakdown that is really tough for him to follow because he's traveling next week. Can we alter that a little bit? So for all us trainers in Anytime Fitness, we have access to the Health Hub, which I was talking about, which I'm really, really passionate about. And we put out recipes daily and we put out educational advice every single week. Right? If you're an Anytime Fitness trainer, get on the Anytime Fitness Health Hub, register, because the stuff that goes out nutritionally, and I dare say Jets that have exactly the same platform, a lot of franchises do have really, 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 really awesome information, but this is probably where I might be stepping on someone's toes, but unfortunately, head office doesn't generate that knowledge down to us that we've got all this stuff. So jump on, find out if you're in a, Anytime Fitness Health Hub. Yeah. So if you're not on it, get on it. And as I said, I dare say other franchises have it. And this is a great tool to recreate. All right? As I said, it has recipes weekly and daily, and you can recreate it and put your own twist on it. So if there's protein pancakes on there, and one ingredient might not suit your nutrition, your dietary needs, recreate it, video it, put it up on your story, and be like, "Hey, I tried it. Didn't really work well for me. Does anyone have any tips?" I couldn't get the consistency right. And it's also content for educational purposes, as I said. And as I said, I'm sure a lot of major brands, major fitness brands have exactly the same platforms. And if you haven't got one, it's probably best to invest in it. Much like training, I recommend setting check-ins for nutrition, just like anything else. You've got to check in and see how they're going. Because if Natasha's given one of my guys, as I said, I use fish because fish is probably the most common one people, especially after Seaspiracy went out. Anyone watch that? Yeah, no one wants to eat fish anymore. All right. Exactly, and Game Changers. All right. So you've got to educate them. All right. Yep, that's totally cool. I understand that. Understand where you come from. I've seen it. Yeah, it's horrific. All right. A lot of stuff goes on. Some stuff that's like a bit gruesome. Some stuff's not. But let's sit down and revisit your nutrition right now. All right. How can we change our fish content to have something else? All right, you've got to sit down, and every client is completely different when it comes to this, all right? So structure is critical. All right? I'm glad that a lot of us said no, and I guarantee the guys that said yes, they're not cookie cutting their nutrition plans. I guarantee it, all right? They're sitting down with their clients one-on-one, probably for the same duration we're sitting down with our clients writing their plans, and they're going through their nutrition and X, Y, Z. Can't have this, can't have that, don't take this out, eat this then. All right, it's a bloody skill. Has anyone sat in and watched a nutritionist break down food groups with their clients? It's insane. Like, I was blown away the first few times. There was food groups I didn't even know there was food groups. I was like, what, you can't mix that with that? What? Or this soup, this boosts that? It's crazy. So outsourcing, as I said, business-wise is a really great tool to develop those B2B relationships, right, with other health professionals, Allied Health. All right, they have all those. We've got a couple of EPs in our gym. They get a nutritionist in every single week, talk to all their old boys, right, who still think Special K is healthy. All right, so they outsource. All right, and you can do that with supplement companies. You can do it with apparel brands. You can do it with local shoe stores. You can do it with podiatrists. So outsource. Don't be afraid to refer. All right, if you're too afraid to do that, align and learn. If you're too scared to pass your clients to nutritionists because you think they're going to steal them, then you've got to educate yourself or get the qualification to be able to do it yourself.
It's supposed to be more PTs than anything else. So
Exactly.
It also helps your cause to pass them on, and you look professional. You say, hey, I don't specialise in this area.
Yep. That's exactly the reason why I did it back in the day too. And it's exactly why you should all do it as well. It just makes you look so much more professional. And has anyone got that mate that has done absolutely everything? I call them a booker of knowledge, right? They know everything, or they've done everything. Oh, I went skydiving the other week. Oh yeah, last year when I went skydiving, parachute nearly didn't open. Oh, that's crazy, man, whatever. All right, yeah, I bought some Adidas Z-Fluxes. Oh yeah, me too, I didn't really like them. We don't want to be that personal trainer that can deal with every single thing. All right, so outsource. And what this does, it also helps develop that loyalty web in which you run, club promos, club challenges, club services from all those businesses that you've developed that relationship with. And what it does is what do loyal customers do? They always come back and they always talk about you and your words Bible and what the services that you offer goes a long way. I only wear Adidas shoes. Really bad example. What do you think I did when I met the owner or the founder of Adidas? Yeah, well, I never met him, but I still buy Adidas because I'm loyal. All right, so I would ask for it. No, I wouldn't ask for a discount because I know the product's awesome. That's true. But so if we can develop that loyalty and that connection just one-on-one, like how strong is that going to be when we probably all got loyalty to shoe companies that we never even met the founders for? I bought Steph Curry shoes the other week. Why? Because I like Steph Curry. How much input do you think he had designing those shoes? Probably nothing. But I'm loyal to Steph Curry, so I bought his shoes. He's my bro. All right. Okay. So before I hand out to the tip number 6, we're going to break. And the guys in club, you can grab some water. The guys on Zoom, we've got a cool little video for you and just a quick little survey that we want to do with some questions, just for our upcoming quiz. And I'm pretty excited for the final little bit of this. I've got a really cool person to introduce you to. So we'll break, give you about 5 to 6 minutes, and then we'll be back. Okay. Toilets are straight at the back, guys, if you need them. Boom.
guys, welcome to Valhalla Strength Brisbane, home to some of the strongest people in Australia. I'm going to give you guys a walkthrough and show you guys what we do. I specialise in strength and conditioning, mainly specifically powerlifting, as well as across, I guess, a broader range of sports, as well as rehab from injuries and things like that. As I delve deeper, like I want to change the industry, I want to impact, inspire and influence change so coaches can deliver better results to their clients as well as me delivering those results to my clients. It's nice to come back full circle and come back now and develop courses with FIT and give back to the industry that's given me so much. I think that's the biggest learning curve, is that you're not just coaching people, that you are running a business and that you are your business. Oh, that's a good one. Interesting fact, everyone's actually alive in here, even though it's called Valhalla. That's a good one. Good one, Gav. Thank you. That's a good one.
There we go.
That was a good video.
There we go. Good. That was a good video. That's the first time you've seen it, eh?
Yeah, no, he was pretty good looking.
Yeah.
Not mad.
Yeah, you look better in person, mate. I think I need a step. I think the girls brought a step over for their seat earlier.
That is the gym I work at.
Yeah. Well, everyone, if you didn't know, this is Brandon. Why don't you introduce yourself, mate, who missed the video?
Yeah, I know. So I think that video did a better job. My name is Brandon. I've been in the industry now for 11 years. Started with FIT as a school-based apprentice or trainee, and was the first one to go through that model. And 10 years on, here I am, back with FIT as part of this pro specialist team. I work as a strength and conditioning coach, as I said, specialising in powerlifting and rehab back from injuries, surgeries and things like that. We do cover a broader range of sports. I have 2 other coaches working with me now, a women's specialist in strength and conditioning, as well as an exercise scientist as well.
Yeah, we get to meet Brooke, don't we?
Yeah, Brooke's part of the program as well, so she'll be in here and I'm sure delivering some stuff as well.
Yeah, nice. Whereabouts is your gym located? In Brizzy, yeah?
Yeah, so we're in Brizzy over in Northgate, just near the airport there. I think just a short 10 minutes from there. And as I said, it's a very heavy duty gym, a lot of metal, a lot of barbells, keep it nice and simple.
So no Justin Bieber on there?
No Justin Bieber, but there does, some Celine Dion does crack on in the speakers when I am in the gym alone.
Yeah, wow. Well, obviously today was all about introducing yourself and making sure we're getting people signed up to Brandon's masterclass. But I just want to quickly ask you, if you had to take 3 things to a deserted island, what would they be?
Oh, that's a great question. Probably my Audible account.
Yeah.
A barbecue.
We actually spoke about questions before.
This is great.
And I told him what I was going to say apart from
Yeah, you didn't give this one. This was good.
This is good.
And I'll probably take a squat rack as well.
A squat rack. Yeah. It's very fitting, right?
Well, yeah, what else are you going to do?
Can you imagine you rocking up to the airport? I've just got to check this thing in. Yeah.
Oh, I figured if it was a deserted island, we'd crash land there and I'd just have all this magical equipment there anyway.
Very, very valid point, right? Valid point. So obviously your masterclass is coming up end of May, 28th of May, right?
Yeah, 28th of May.
What are you going to talk about? What's this about?
So we're going to cover the basic biomechanics of the big 3 lifts. So as a powerlifting coach, I do specialize in the squat, bench, deadlift, and we're going to break it down component by component and really have an in-depth look at how you can apply it to your clients. No matter what sport, no matter what the goal is of a client, I do believe everyone should in some form squat, bench or deadlift, or squat, push and hinge. So we're going to break it down, show you some helpful tips, helpful cues, so you guys can get the most out of your clients as well.
Yeah, that's awesome. And how do they sign up? They can sign up now, hey?
They can sign up now. Registration's open live now, so jump online and I think there's a link posted through the Facebook that you guys can follow and sign up to that.
Did you say the Facebook?
The Facebook.
That's like my
it's
dad.
like the Instagram. I'm an old man inside.
That's so good, so good. If you can't sign up via Facebook, you'll send out letters, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Proper
carrier pigeons, so
yeah, it's so
get
good.
them all out there.
One question I did ask Brandon before is like, if you could give advice to, in short, advice to someone who's studying or someone who's in the industry, what's a broad bit of advice that you want to give them in regards to being a PT?
I think just
or a coach.
Being authentic, like I said in that video, you are your brand, you are your business. So being able to portray you is going to create buy-in for anyone to sign on with you. And that's going to be your winning key card.
Perfect. Well, I'm excited, man. I'm going to definitely come along.
Yeah, man, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, but Man, I might need to do some squats or something before. Far
Don't worry,
out.
I'll stop eating till then.
Yeah, well, thanks, man. Well, I'll give you a round of applause. I can't wait to do the next one.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, my bro.
Pleasure, brother.
All right.
Thank you.
That was a pretty cool video. I can't wait to see my my gym video. Was it as good as that? Yeah, I know, right? That was amazing. Well, that brings us to the last tip of the day, but which means we've got one last question to do. So the last one's probably the most important for me, as someone who's been trying to give you guys the tips and tricks to get through to make your clients compliant. While that question goes up, well, actually, I'll get that question up, pretty please. That was very polite, wasn't it? Pretty please. I'm getting really good. But the last question when it comes up is how confident are you feeling about implementing these steps that I just talked to you about with your clients? And hopefully, fingers crossed, everyone will be like, yeah, I'm feeling pretty damn confident. Or yes, I love it, can't wait, would still like some help. There you go. Love it, can't wait. That's what I want to see. Good. That should just keep climbing. As I talk, that'll keep climbing. All right, so finally it's here. This is my golden ticket, guys. I get really excited about this, and I can firmly say that if you can do this with your business, your clients will thrive. Can anybody guess what it is? Number one. It's number 6, but number 1.
Communication.
Communication. Yeah, if we're in a relationship, that would be awesome, but yeah. No. That's up there, but that's not my number 1. Results. Yeah, that's up there. We're all good trainers here, so we guarantee results anyway. Yeah. So that should come. Care. Yeah, we should definitely care and be compassionate. Accountability. Yeah, as trainers, we should definitely keep everyone accountable. Empathy. Yeah, yeah. Oh, 1. Hey, that's right. I'll help you. I got you. Yeah, we should be empathetic. Yep. No, my number 6 or number 1 is you got to celebrate your clients' wins, and you got to celebrate them big. All right. We work in the industry, right? So something that might feel small for us is absolutely astronomical for your client, all right? Celebrating your client's wins, whether they hit a goal or they overcome an obstacle that's been in their forefront of the conversation, is critical. It's super, super, super important. And I want this section to be a chance for us to brainstorm. I'm going to tell you what works really well for me, but I want us to brainstorm a couple of quick ideas that you guys can take back home and implement with your own clients, and basically reward your team for kicking butt. Simple as that. I'm super passionate about this part because I love celebrating wins. My brother's 12 years older than me, so I basically grew up as an only child. Anyone an only child in here? No? All right, well, if you are an only child, you know how much your parents get to celebrate your wins with you because you're sort of like number 1. All right, that sounds very bad to big families, but you know what I mean, right? So my brother was already gone. He was 12 years older than me. He moved out, so I felt like an only child. So everything I did, my parents made a big deal about it. So I love celebrating with everyone. But before I go around the room quickly and get a few ideas that you guys can help, I want to tell you 3 things that's boosted my business in regards to this. And if you're not doing at least one of these, by the end of the financial year, I need you to start. Simple as that. You've got to celebrate your wins. So number 1 for me is social media recognition for your clients. You've got to share their achievements, all right? Whether that's on stories or getting a film crew out, paying a little bit of money to do a little video, short video. Instagram Reels is hot right now. Has anyone put an Instagram Reel up in the last week? Yeah, 1. All right, you need to get on it, guys. If you're not doing Instagram Reels, your Instagram is at the bottom of the food chain for everyone. If you want to build your business through Instagram, if you're not doing Instagram Reels, you're not going to get seen.
So is that just like TikTok? What?
It's like TikTok, yeah, literally TikTok for Instagram. Yeah, or be on TikTok. All right, if it doesn't suit your business model, then don't do it. But if you want to get quick views, Reels is amazing. And that reel can just be, because I'm celebrating a client win, right? That can literally be them, if they feel comfortable, their before photo, them training, their after photo. Boom, 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 done. 30 seconds of your time, 30 seconds of their time, everyone sees that client feels absolutely amazing and super special. All right? Doesn't sound like I'm that empathetic about that, but like I am. That's cool, all right? And then posts. Posts are really, really important too. Has anyone achieved something really, really great or done a marathon or done something and then your picture goes up on that page's Instagram and then you've shown someone? Like, that's amazing. Your client's going, oh, check it out. Look what I did with Chris. It's up there forever. They might show that person that picture for the next 5 years. You don't know. So get it up there. And I accompany any big goal with a cool little gift. and I just use a $50 HelloFresh voucher. All right? You can call HelloFresh and just tell them what you do, and they'll send you 1,000 $50 HelloFresh vouchers. It costs them nothing, and they're going to get a client in the long run. All right? But if I give you a $50 voucher, you're going to be like, wow, Chris has got this out of his own pocket. He's going to bought that. It doesn't have to be HelloFresh. I use HelloFresh because what do I do externally? I outsource nutrition, right? So I just go, here, use that. Because not everyone gels with Natasha as well. Number 2 for celebrating the wins is I give them a voucher for a PT session or a local business relationship. And everyone loves free stuff, right? However, there's always a catch. So for me, the PT voucher is a joint PT. All right, why is it a joint PT? Bring someone else into your web. All right? Here you go. Awesome, man. You just hit 10 kilos weight loss. Here's a free PT session for you and a buddy. Obviously, T's and C's apply, but bring a friend from outside, man. Tell them about your success. Bring them in. Let's train together. Group session. And then a business voucher is a minimum spend, and I get a kickback. All right, here's a Rebel Sport voucher for the local Rebel Sports store. It's a $100 voucher, minimum spend. They buy a pair of shoes, it's worth $220. That store gives me a 5% credit. It's not much, but you hand out 10 vouchers, you might get a free pair of shoes. Talk about shoes a lot. As trainers, that's all we really got, right? And number 3, this is my big one, right? I throw one hell of a damn good client Christmas party. Right? It might seem very, very silly, but clients stick around because they love to celebrate, right? My Christmas party, quick detail, all right? No expenses hold. Local businesses, I had a videographer there, I had a photographer there, I had a media wall, red carpet. You walked in, everyone got a photo. Bang. Who stood on the red carpet for 15 minutes and got photos with all their clients? Me. Who felt like a celebrity? Nah, I'm joking. But all my clients got photos in front of it. It's fully branded. Peak-to-peak performance, Anytime Fitness. Are you okay? Every business that I'd worked with, it's up there. If you want to see the pictures, go to my Instagram. They're up there. They're still getting shared. Some of them are profile pics, like with me and them, their profile, not my profile. Right? You made them feel like a rock star. Drinks on arrival, awards, client of the year, most improved of the year, client's client, boot camper of the year, challenger of the year. What did you think I gave them for their prizes? No, a certificate. With the medal from the $2 shop and a trophy from the $2 shop. But it's just the thought, it's the excitement. You're celebrating their wins. That boot camper of the year might not necessarily won an 8-week challenge, they might not tick all their goals, but they come to every single boot camp and now they're the best boot camper. You've got to celebrate their wins, guys, and you've got to throw one hell of a party at the end to do that. It doesn't have to be like, you don't have to have the Stafford brothers as your DJ. And it could just be like a nice, if most of your clients are, you know, girls that love Instagram, I just put them in a box, but I'm going to go there. Girls that love Instagram, that cute little picnic with the cheese hampers and the lights. You might, that sounds really inviting, doesn't it? I'm going to go there. But you could just have a nice lunch at the top of Alexandria Headland overlooking the coastline and really quiet and quaint, cucumber sandwiches, whatever you want. All right? But that might be working for your target market, right? That's your clientele. They love that.
There's no protein in cucumber.
Yeah, there you go. But they might sit down and go, "Wow, this cost Chris like $1,000. He just put that out of his own pocket." But they've forgotten that they've invested in you for the last 12 months. So it's just little things. You gotta celebrate. I'll take 2 because I know we're short on time right now. Has anyone done anything to celebrate their clients that's worked really well that you might think that it might be able to implement in someone else's business?
This year I did a similar thing with the trophies, but I spent a bit of money on it. Like all glass trophies made for like best lifter of the year,
Yeah.
best first lift, got the biggest total.
There you go.
Both female and
Yeah.
male.
So very accustomed to his business, got trophies for certain lifts, certain accomplishments. And I guarantee now that throughout this next year, clients are going to be hunting for that. They're like, I want the biggest deadlift, or I want the biggest PR or PB, whichever one you use, or most improved, that kind of stuff.
Those people work twice as hard as well.
Exactly. Once people become the champ, they don't want to not be the champ. You know what I mean? And they do your job for you.
Like, and I don't have too much trouble with like people not doing the work, because people when they come to me, they want to be an athlete.
Yep.
So, but they do come to those balls where like things are hard. It makes them think
100%. Yeah, I agree.
I make my own trophies for
Yeah.
challenges and spray paint a whole gold.
Yeah, makes her own trophies for challenges, spray paints them. Yeah, perfect. So see, it doesn't have to be massive. It's just recognition and celebrating their wins. If you're not doing it, just start. And it can even just be like client of the week or anything. You just got to celebrate their wins, all right? We deal with it each and every single day. I spoke about this in our staff meeting the other week. We talked about celebrating our wins. Personally, I couldn't tell you last time I sat down and reflected, like I said this prior to the meeting, I couldn't tell you last time I sat down and celebrated my own personal wins because I'm always thinking about the next. I forgot about the small steps in between. And I just was aiming like I'd only celebrate when I hit my big goal. I forgot about the littles. So in turn, going back on my own feedback, I look back and I've gone, oh, actually, maybe this last 4 weeks I forgot about the little wins for my guys as well. And I went back and looked at all my guys, and one of my girls, Cassie, lost 10 kilos, hit the 10 kilo milestone, but her goal was 20, so we were both caught up in 20. But we forgot that 10 was a massive deal for her, get from size 20 to size 18. That was massive for her. And I forgot about it. So did she, because we were focused on the big picture. So you've got to celebrate your small wins.
Chris, I just held a 6-week challenge and I had a bit of an issue though. I've got like 5 seats for the Broncos.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted to come with me, and none of the winners.
Yeah.
Because aren't doing any good.
Yeah, well, I tell you, there's your issue. You're going for the Broncos, mate. Yeah. Don't use the Broncos as your prize for a 6-week challenge. All right?
Write it off on business though, mate.
Write it off on business. There you go. We'll see you at the game. Yeah, that's actually a really good prize. You should have called me. I would have gone.
I've got 4 tickets tonight.
Were they playing the Cowboy? Are we going to auction off the Broncos tickets? They're going at -$5. -$5, everybody. Nah. Hey, that's right. Hey, who's back? What's Milford's back?
Yeah, he is.
Milf's back. Yeah. I go for the Cowboys, man. So I'm not much better at the moment. Before I wrap it up, I just want to ask if anyone's got any general questions or anything that is sort of relative to the topic. And then I want to let you know about the competition that you can go on the chance to win and what we're going to be talking about next time. No. I love when there's no questions. It means that oh, wait. Oh, yeah, I forgot the 10.
Sorry,
Yep.
me again. No, there's just one question. Are there any educational CEC courses that you've benefited from or anyone else in the room's benefited from that would be good to then pass on to clients?
Yeah, for sure. So early on, CECs were a massive developer in my business. So I sort of think with CEC points, you've got to really relate it back to your business. So early on, I did a box fit course. Early on, I did a child working with children fitness course. And my last one was, mental blank, was a kettlebell course. And I'm regularly updating those 3 classes. And I'm going through different providers all the time. There used to be a thing called Fitness Network. There was AIPT was doing courses at one stage. So you just got to find what's relevant for you and the CECs. But I would definitely think number one right now for me personally, and what I've found, is aligning yourself with mentors. So aligning yourself with people that have walked the journey that you want to walk. So if you want to be, a fitness trainer that works with children or do children's boot camps, you've got to find yourself a trainer that's working with children at the moment because they're going to be all over the qualifications that you need to be able to do that and the insurances that you need to have that. And then mentors, for example, for myself, when you can win this cool prize, is I'm going to mentor you doing pretty much one-on-one business, all right? Making sure that your business is, what we say the other week, pandemic proof. Pandemic proof, all right? So personally, the last 12 months for me, I don't know if they've been a struggle for you, but since COVID hit, for example, it hasn't really been too much of a struggle for me because I've had the foundations in place and I just had to move the goalposts and just change the structure that I had. So that's why you go with someone that's doing the industry. I hope that answered the question. Yeah? Marcus, question?
In terms of nutrition,
yep.
You know how you said you wanted us to disagree with you?
Yeah.
Here we go. So with my clients, what I was trying to get across to them is obviously like calories are really important. Not so much prescribing them a calorie count, but asking them to, like this is how I get around it because I'm not qualified.
Yep.
Asking them to kind of source out a calculator, there's a couple of calculators online.
Yep.
That will give a rough guesstimate as
Yep.
to where they should be calorie-wise. On my own app too, I can then put in the goal for them.
Set goals, yeah.
Themselves.
Yeah, for sure.
This has definitely helped a lot, and them as well. And also helping them build a proper relationship with food, knowing how many calories are in food,
Excuse me. Yeah.
Just the overall of it.
Yeah.
And a lot of my clients benefit.
Yeah, 100%. I definitely agree with that. Marcus was just talking about setting his own goals using his app with calories. You can do that through the InBody scan as well. So an InBody scanner gives you a BMR number, and obviously a lot of people are wearing activity watches. We're allowed to hand out advice, right? So what Marcus just handed out is advice. So we can take proper stats like BMR and your calories burned throughout the day and say, hey, look, in my professional advice, you need to be operating at a maintenance level before you do anything else. So that's where I go for maintenance, a lot of maintenance. So your BMR plus your activity rate, that's what the amount of food you should be eating. If you want to lose weight, what do? We go on deficit. If you want to put on weight, we go on a surplus. We all know that, but we've got to give advice. So yeah, I agree with you, but you've got to find a way to do it properly. Right? This is how you win, right, guys? So all you got to do is just got to go follow Fitness Industry Training on Instagram. There's a post on there from today. You got to save 2 friends from FOMO. How good is that wording? Save 2 friends from FOMO and tag them in the latest post, and then you got to like and share our post. Right? And then you win a full month worth of mentoring with me, guys. One thing that is, hopefully you can tell I'm really passionate about is making sure that you have structures and procedures in place that make sure you stay around for the long run. A really cool stat that I always talk about in our industry is that 50% of trainers don't last past 6 months in our industry. So like, if you look at this room right now, you look at everyone who's online, half of you won't be around in 6 months' time. So it's courses like this, it's doing CECs, it's implementing stuff and being passionate about what you do. That's what's going to keep us in the industry. Brandon stood up and he's been 10 plus. All right, so you've got to have this stuff in place and that'll help you get there. So make sure you enter. If you're not following me on Instagram, my Instagram's @ChrisNelsonsWorld. And you've got my Peak to Peak Performance page, which is a little bit dormant at the moment because I'm actually scheduling the next 100 posts. So you'll just see it's a little bit chilled at the moment, but my main account is @ChrisNelsonsWorld. Nice and easy, team. So just to close out the seminar, obviously Brandon will have his seminar next time. On the back end of that, you'll see on the masterclass sheet there is I'll be talking about, does your brand match your target market? That's a massive thing. I'm a big believer in everyone having their own personal brand, and when you're advertising to a market, your brand must match your target market. So if like I'm going to keep talking about strength trainers, so I've got a couple of loud strength trainers in here, right? If I don't want to target strength training or strength clients, I'm not going to be always putting out videos of me doing big compound lifts or educating them in that regards. And my brand isn't going to have like a barbell in it, so to speak. You know what I mean? So we've got to make sure that's what I want to try and educate you on in 2 times. But what Brandon's going to talk about is very, very relevant to this subject as well, because you've got a client check-in. So I just want to pretty much close out the seminar. I just want to thank all you guys once again for taking time out of the day to come say good day, hang out. All the guys online as well. Thanks to Rich from MyFit Career, Warwick, and the team from Fit. And yeah, if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. And that's it. See you, team. Hope you heard that online. That was a very loud clap. Yeah. Done. I'm out. See ya. Boom. Oh, thanks. Did we get any more questions? No.
No, that was pretty much it. Yes. A few, but they were sort of answering them between themselves.
Oh, so good.
I thought, oh, that's okay.
Good.
I just focused about.
Sweet. Thanks for coming on, man. Yeah, likewise, man. Killing it. I just saw you follow me then. Yeah. How have you been going?
Well. Yeah, it's been really
Good.
so far.
Yeah?
I've got 15 sessions this week.
Oh, that's so good.
Building pretty quickly.
Because you were like less than a week. You were first week last time.
Yeah,
it's good.
It's going good, and I've got 2 classes I'm running now as well. So
that's awesome.
It's only getting better. And
Yeah.
I've got 2 little girls that I'm trying to work around. So it's at the moment it's
Juggling.
Yeah, it's hard to
Yeah.
maintain, but
You're there.
yeah, and I'm gonna start doing my certificate for in weight management soon.
Perfect.
So I've just got to find that balance.
Yeah.
Because at the moment I'm flat out with everything. If I'm not at work, then I'm programming and.
100%. You will. Well, 15 sessions is equivalent to like nearly 30 hours a week, really.
Yeah. Well,
and then you
I'm
got.
at work, yeah, pretty much from 9 in the morning till 2 when I have to go pick up my girls. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But hey, 15. Some people work their whole life to get to 15. Hey, Dan.
Obviously, we do cater
Lionhouse is an established accounting firm specialising in supporting small and medium businesses. There's a lot of personal trainers out there without that intimate knowledge of what they can deduct in terms of business expenses. I was lucky enough to spend approximately 3 to 4 years as a personal trainer, which has really motivated me to get back into the fitness industry, and it's quite satisfying to create a product that takes me back to my roots. We are not a generic tax accountant where you're paying too much and you're not getting enough. We will add real world value to your business to help it succeed and not to hinder it.
Who is MyFit Career and what do we do? Well, MyFit Career is a boutique recruitment agency that was born as a passion project from industry leaders really wanting to specialise in the health and wellness space. How does MyFit Career help PTs? If you're a trainer and you're a little unsure which gym is right for you, why not let MyFit Career do some of the market research and heavy lifting for you? Our team of experts will guide you through the entire process, and we'll even provide ongoing mentoring and support to give you the best chance of success on any platform. Services are not just limited to assisting personal trainers. If you're a gym owner and you're struggling to find staff, or perhaps you're wanting to provide additional support to your current team of trainers, MyFit Career have a service and solution to suit your needs. So if you're a trainer, why should you choose MyFit Career? Well, not only will we ensure we find you the right opportunity, also provide you with the proven systems and formulas for success moving forward. We'll also give you the peace of mind knowing that any contract carries our quality assurance guarantee, meaning no unethical clauses or excessive financial obligations. So why not get in contact with us today to find out how we can help.
Successful people are dedicated and committed towards achieving their goals. They have a genuine belief in what they are doing and where they are going. People don't care how much you know until they first know how much you care.
The fitness industry and being a personal trainer, your job is to provide value to your customer. Don't just do a good job, don't do a great job, try and do an outstanding job.
There's 90% of Australians don't access any sort of health and fitness service, which gives us a massive area for growth to educate people, and get out, find our niche, and then work hard in that niche to become better and better and better at it. I think it's an exciting time for people to be in the personal training industry.
At FIT, we care about your success and we're with you every step of the way. We deliver a learning experience that will set you up for industry success.